Hey guys, today I want to show you this chord progression and the melody involved with it. It's only 3 chords. It is D, G6, and apparently a chord I made up. Yeah, I don't really know. It's C sharp, E, and 2 Gs, which is almost an A7 chord. They sound really similar, but there's no A in it, so I don't really know. I looked at a bunch of websites. Anyway, let's break this up into 2 different sections. So the first part is playing the D major chord, except we're going to add a high D on the A string. So you're going to want to go up to the 5th fret on the A string while still holding that D-shaped chord, and that's what we're going to start out with. And basically, from here on out, we're just going to descend down the A string, and that's going to give us our melody. And you're just going to want to hold that D major chord the entire time that you're doing it. I should probably also mention that I play upside down, which means I play left-handed on a right-handed ukulele. I don't know, guys. I'm weird. The point is that the way I form chords might be a little bit different than how you do it. So don't worry about it. It should be pretty much exactly the same. But anyway, the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to do that again, except on the A string, you're going to just go down 1 fret onto the 4th fret of the A string, and that's going to give you a D major 7th chord, which really has a really nice sound to it. Next, you're going to go ahead and skip a fret going onto the 2nd fret, and what you can actually do, you can actually just bar the entire thing if you want to. And then finally, you're just going to want to end on a regular, good old D major chord. So once you have that down, you're going to go ahead and repeat that twice, and it should sound something like this. So that's the first part. The next part is you're going to go from a G6 to a this. We'll just call it an A7 because it sounds very close to an A7, so we're just going to go with that. Now a G6 is almost basically like a G major chord, except all you're going to do is lift off of the E string. And the sun is blaring into my eyes. Something about that. Now the A7 chord is almost like a G7 chord, except you're going to go up 2 frets. 1, 2. And that will give you the almost A7 chord sound that we're looking for. Now the reason I bring up the G7 chord is because when you're playing the G6 chord, you can actually go straight to the G7 chord and then slide up from there all the way to the A7 chord, which has a really nice twang to it. Now the last part is tying that A7 chord back to the D chord, which will sound something like this. To do this, and this will be easier when there's an established rhythm, but right before you're about to transition back to that D chord with the high D, the transition will involve the A string again, where you'll play the A7, and you'll remove your finger from the A and E string, and onto the 2nd fret of the A string, and then you're going to sort of pivot back and forth with the 2nd fret and the 4th fret of the A string, eventually onto the 5th fret, back to the D position. So it'll sound like something like this. And that's it. As far as strumming goes, you can really get creative with it, but I'd recommend starting with a down, down, up pattern. And try and put emphasis on that A string if you want any of the melody to come through, because that's kind of what it relies on. And once you have that down, you can go ahead and try doing a down, down, up, slap pattern. And this can get really fun. It adds a really nice percussion element to your progression. I think it's quite nice, actually. It'll sound something like this. And once you're ready, you can actually start sort of combining those strum patterns into different parts of the chords. And I mean, you really can just get creative as you want with it. Start making your own, you know? And that's really it. Let me know what you think about this progression down in the comments. If you like this type of content, then please consider subscribing and liking the video. That would go such a long way. I am changing up the channel quite a bit, and I'm going to be focusing more on videos just like this. The kind of content that I had out there wasn't really cutting it for me in terms of creativity and value. So now I'm focusing more on things I'm a little bit more passionate about, specifically the ukulele. I love playing it and I want to share it through this channel. I just wanted to show that there is a face behind this channel and things are happening. So yeah, bye.